Hello out there and welcome to the portal to self-love. I'm Mama Shoop and I invite you to join me on your mat or a non-skid surface and find yourself in Samastitihi, standing with the feet together. The two become one. Feel the power in this as your legs and feet merge in strength and your hands are together at your chest. Go inward for just a moment and take a couple of nice deep breaths to get centered, and then inhale the arms up as you open the eyes and open the palms, standing with the arms high, victory pose. You can open the legs to hip width as you interlace the fingers, turning the palms up and exhaling yourself over to your right. Inhaling back to the center when you're ready to take that breath and exhaling to the other side. Be sure you reach down into the earth with the feet, your lower half now in mountain pose. And back to the center. Nice soft breath. Take one more round, exhaling to the side. You might like to look up or down and play with that within the neck. And inhaling center, exhaling to the other side for one more. Nice side body stretch. Uno mas, why not? Let's take one more round. Gentle, soft. Trying not to use the muscles you don't need, like in your face. And you might try a horse breath to loosen the face. And we're lifting the shoulders up, holding them there for a moment, and then dropping them on the exhale. Lifting them up, maybe like a horse breath here, and drop, exhale. We'll go ahead with a lion's breath, hands up, and when you exhale, the tongue is going to come down and out of the mouth while you look at the tip of your nose. You can choose to go on your knees in a bit of toe stand and go full out with your next one if you like. Exhaling, looking at the tip of the nose, tongue coming out just as far as you can get it. You kind of want to push that limit with your tongue. You want to really stretch it in the root, which is actually the top of the spine. So now I'm coming back and I'm in toe stand. So my toes are curled under and I'm being careful to lift the torso off and have a nice up posture. And you might like to reach up and just massage your cheeks very gently. So giving you a side view here of toe stand, and when I'm finished with that, about 3 to 5 breaths, I like to drop the feet down, uncurl the toes, and then pull back so I'm stretching the top of the feet. You can also choose to do it 1 foot at a time, like so. This feels really nice to reverse that stretch and give your feet a little love, even if they're dirty. So we're going to Sukhasana. Getting yourself settled onto the earth, onto your sit bones, crisscross applesauce around the shins, and if you need, you can place a blanket under your sit bones to lift off a little bit if your knees are cranky. And we're just going to rainbow the arms. Inhale them in the center, exhale, reach to the side, inhale through the center, exhale, reach to the side. Nice, long, soft, slow, even breath. And then we come back to the center, drop the arms, and roll the shoulders back. And we begin a rib circle, moving through the front and back, leading from the middle of the spine, the middle of the chest, inhaling through the front and exhaling through the back. Hands are placed gently on the knees, and then changing your direction. And then we'll come back to the center and we'll begin nose to knee, where we inhale in the center, exhale, turn face the knee and drop down towards it. You might not reach it right away. Just angle your head and nose down toward the knee on your exhale, and then roll back up to the center on your inhale. Each time you go down, you'll probably go a little farther, gaining flexibility in your back surprisingly fast. If you just take the time to go through it nice and slowly with patience and love for yourself, you can see that I'm reaching farther down each time as well. The body is so magical like that. And you can place your hands on the body or on the floor. You decide what feels right for you. And then we'll finish that and we'll bring the bottom of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. And you can lean forward, say hello to the feet. You can place the arms gently on the legs if you'd like that extra weight on them. You can pull your hair back behind your ears. And you can sit up tall if you like. And now we'll do a stretch, head of knee stretch. So again, making sure you're on your sit bones, one leg extended out, toes up. The other leg is bent and that foot comes into the inner thigh. Exhale yourself down, hinging from the waist, gazing at the foot with love and longing. Bringing the chin out towards the shin, that lights it up in the back of the leg. Nice soft breath. Just do a couple more here. And you can drop your head down if you like to experience a different stretch, rounding the back. And then roll yourself up nice and slowly. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, turn and face that bent leg. Drop the arms, one behind you and one hand on the knee. Just a nice gentle twist here. Soften the face, lifting as opposed to twisting, just lifting and turning and coming back to the center. Help that leg, that extended leg, lift it up. Make it the bent one. Changing sides, the extended leg, toes lifted, arms up. Inhale, hinging from the waist on your exhale, reaching towards and gazing at the foot. The back of the knee is kissing the earth as the toes lift. And if you feel like dropping your head at any point during these breaths, choose your adventure. Chin to shin lights up the back of the leg. Dropping the head down, chin to chest is more of a back stretch. Add it in. And then we'll come, inhale the arms up in the center. Exhale, twist. Or exhale, turn and face that bent leg for a light seated twist. And we'll inhale the arms back to the center, exhale them down, help that leg, and bring yourself onto tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. It's time to put the hair up. So tend to your hands, make sure the fingers are spread and see where they need to land, whether your middle finger or your index finger points forward to the top of the mat. The elbow creases inward, saying hi to each other. Inhale, looking forward, dropping the heart. Exhale, lifting the heart, dropping the head down, pressing into the earth with hands and feet. Inhale, drop the heart. Lift the hips, lift the head. Exhale, dropping into it. Lifting the heart, pressing into the earth with the hands and feet. Hip points are steady in this move. And if you'd like to begin moving a little differently, perhaps with your exhale, looking at the hip over on the side for a different stretch in your neck and upper back. And perhaps you'd like to start circling the head, ribs or hips, and or 1, 2, or all 3. Just keeping the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. Find freedom in that. And now it's time for downward facing dog. Let's inhale and curl the toes under And exhale, navel to spine as you lift up, 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 and then back, back, back. Hip points back. Your heart coming towards the thighs. This should feel easy on the arms, like a resting pose. Inhale, look at the hands. Draw yourself up to a plank position. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Just a little bit of movement here. Drop the knees and project the heart towards the thighs even farther. And then try to straighten the legs and drop the heels if you can. You shouldn't feel a lot of pressure or weight on your arms. If you are, then your torso is a little too far forward. It needs to go back towards your legs. Inhale yourself into plank. Navel to spine, front body is saying hello to back body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hip points lift and back. Inhale into plank. Moving through some work here. Exhale, chaturanga down. Elbows stay in, drop down, kiss the earth, and then lift up into up dog with the upper body. Keeping the entire body off the ground, but if your hips go down to the ground on up dog, that's okay. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Navel to spine. Nice long even breath, relaxed in the face. Inhale. The right leg up, heel up, toes down. Exhale. The knee comes into the right elbow. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, the knee comes into the left elbow. Inhale, lift the heel up. Exhale, nose to knee. Hold for a moment and then find your lunge. Drop that right foot in front, knee over the ankle, drawing back that left heel, pulling gently. The energy comes apart from the knees and together with the thighs. Inhale the right arm up for your twist here. Exhale, drop it down towards your booty. Inhale, lift it forward. We're taking a circle. Exhale, drop the arm down by the booty. Inhale, forward. Drop the arm down. Exhale, drop the back knee. Uncurl that back foot. If it feels okay for you, you're welcome to also stay up. This being a more active lunge, you decide. And you notice I use the wall for a little support, and that is allowed. Sometimes I have cushions or blocks next to me for support. And the balance seems to be a little off today, and that will happen. Just love yourself right through it, breathing and remembering the thighs coming together, the knees gently apart. Drop the hands down. Inhale, curl those back toes under if they're not already. And exhale that leg back. You're in plank again. The spine is directly parallel with the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Navel to spine, hip points up and back. We're going to drop down. Inhale the feet up to meet the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. The top of the head projects towards the front of the room. Exhale, back down into forward fold. Inhale, rolling up, arms up the sides, meet at the top. Exhale, hands in prayer, down to the heart. And then we'll get back into it here. Inhale the arms up, reaching up, raining the hands down in the front for forward fold. You can shake the head yes or no here for a moment. Inhale, halfway lift. Top of the head projects to the top front of the room. I'm just keeping myself nice and strong in the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Take a nice inhale, walk or jump the feet back. Exhale, your downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself up to plank. Initiate it from the tailbone like an undulation. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the heels up. Inhale, roll from the pelvis all the way up into plank. And exhale, navel to spine, hip points up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up, heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, up. Heel up, toes down. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, nose to knee. Hover for a moment. Find your lunge. Keep those hip points lifted. Don't hammock the pelvis down too far into this. Keep a nice line from the knee back to the heel here as you inhale that arm up. That left arm. Soften the face. Nice long breath. Exhale that arm down to the booty. Inhale it up in the front. We're doing a circle now for the shoulder. Inhale, come back down to the earth. Uncurl that foot in the back, or leave it for a higher lunge if you like. And we're hanging out here in low lunge. Lift those hip points and lift the ribs up off of the low back, nice and strong, top to bottom here. Inhale. Exhale, drop down to the earth with your hands. Pull that leg back and find yourself in tabletop. And actually, if you want to widen the knees and kiss the big toes together, drop the hip points back onto the feet for child's pose. Nice soft breath here. Take a rest. Doing some hard work today. You're 15 minutes in. Nice work. You might like to roll your third eye on the mat and just gently take your head left to right. You might also like to interlace your hands. And we're going to draw forward, if you care to join me, in a partial or full headstand. Interlace the fingers, place them on the mat. Place your head gently in that little cradle, top of the head down to the mat. Exhale, just curl the toes under and then just reach back with the heels and straighten your legs. Continue breathing softly, holding strong in the belly. And if you care to lift your legs, you can start with them bent and start to reach your feet towards the sky. If you fall down, you can try to go back up. Stay strong in the arms. Lift off. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. When you're ready, drop down. The feet come down first, then the knees. Then uncurl the toes. And then you can hang out here and just stay upside down. If you don't like that whole journey, you could just stay right here. And we go back to child's pose for a moment. Nice, soft, even breath. Stimulating the third eye on the mat, just rotating my head left and right gently. Inhaling, I come back up onto the mat, onto tabletop. Curl the toes under and do a little bop, bop, bop. Exhale into plank. Just a little more work here. We're going to inhale. Exhale, rotate onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of left, and lift the left arm up. If you feel like going crazy, you can exhale and reach the knee up, reach the elbow into the midline, and do a little bit of work here. If you don't feel like doing that, you can just stay in plank. Whatever your pleasure here. On an exhale, rotating back down onto the mat. On an inhale, rotating over onto the outside left, inside right. Right arm comes up. Now you can also place that leg in front if you don't like it down parallel with the other leg. Options. And you can just leave it there, or you can still do the knee, elbow, hello in the center if you prefer on the exhale. Oh, look at that fresh new undercut I just got. All right, exhale back to plank. And now I'm just going to tap the opposite shoulder, breathing independently of the movement. Just nice deep breaths and some good core work here. I got my booty a little lifted here. If you can, keep yourself in a nice straight plank. Tap, tap, tap the shoulders. Exhale into downward facing dog. Lift those hip points up and back. Navel to spine. Breathing deeply. Inhale yourself into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Come on down, kiss the mat. Keep the elbows in. Inhale, rotating up into up dog. If you want to drop the legs and uncurl the toes. Oh, there's a kitty cat in the room. And then drop your body onto the mat. Lift the feet, reach back, grab the feet, hold strong. Inhale. When you exhale, just lift yourself on up. Lift the feet toward the sky, lift the head up as well. Drop down, rest for a moment, lay the head on the mat. Just holding on to the feet and just bring them towards the booty for a nice little stretch. Inhale. On your exhale, lift up if you please. Just drawing the feet gently into the hands as you lift, hold, exhale, drop down onto the mat, rest yourself. Draw the feet in towards the booty for a nice stretch in the thighs. And if you feel like opening the feet a little wider, messing with that stretch a little bit, and then let the legs go down, drop the feet, and bring yourself around onto your booty, onto your back, bottom of the feet together, and the hands are clasped up behind the head. So my hands and legs, arms and legs are in the same shape, and we're going to do some crunches here. Exhale, lift. The chin is coming up toward the sky. Chin towards the sky, the chest towards the sky on your exhale. You've got this. Just a couple more. So strong, wonderful work. Inhale the knees up into the chest, and then exhale the heels toward the ceiling. Place the arms down on the mat. Take a nice inhale and then exhale. Drop the feet back over your head. Toes touch the earth, or as far as you'd like to go. Whatever feels best for you. Maybe just hanging out here. Okay, and then we'll begin some crunches here, drawing the legs back up, perpendicular to the floor, heels to the sky, toes flexed towards the head, hands out to the side or up behind your head. Exhale, lift, crunching up. Crunch really isn't the right word. We don't really want to crunch it too much. Definitely don't want to crunch your neck. So make a decision about your arms, behind the head or to the side. And we'll go ahead and bend the leg at the knee so they're in a 90-degree angle. And then when I exhale, I'm going to do some yoga style sit-ups where I draw myself to the outside of the bent knee and I straighten the opposite leg. So I take an inhale and then I exhale, straighten the left leg as I reach over to the right. Take an inhale, straighten the right leg as I reach over to the left. And if you don't feel like reaching out with your arm, you can keep your hands behind your head. You could also decide just to do it with both arms out, like you're holding a ball in your hands. The world is your oyster. Try to keep nice angles with your legs, the knees over the hips. Good work. Draw your hands to your knees and hold them gently. And then crossing the right leg over the left and gently allowing the legs to fall to the left for a nice gentle twist. And you can gaze over to the right if you please. You might like to take that top arm, that right arm, and give it a few circles parallel to the floor like the hand of a clock. And gently transitioning to the other side, left leg crossing over right, dropping the legs to the right, and you might like to circle that left arm again on top like the hand of a clock. All right, and then we're going to grab the knees and do a little spine rolling, keeping the chin tucked. Inhale when you lift, exhale when you drop. Tapping the toes on the earth. You're just grabbing hold of the knees and gently rolling the spine. You can also place the hands under the knees, accessing a little bit of a different place on the spine, a little higher up. And then we're going to roll all the way to standing. Coming in again to victory pose. We're going to exhale. Draw the knee up to the opposite elbow. Elbows drop down so the arms are a bit more of a box shape, like a cactus. And you're just going to do a little more core work here. Exhaling, drawing the knee up to meet the elbow at the midline. Feels like a little bit of jazzercise here. Breathing, exhaling when you lift. And then draw yourself to the center, back to Samastitihi with the feet together with the big toes touching. Exhale, draw the arms open to the right-hand side for a standing twist. Right arm in the back, left arm in the front, hip points pointing forward. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, going to the left side again, opening the arms to the side, hip points forward. Draw the arms up this time with an inhale. Exhale, drop them down to the side. Side twist. Hip points forward, inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop the arms to the side, standing twist. Inhale the arms back up. And go ahead and make your steeple with your hands. Ladies, left thumb on top, gentlemen, right thumb on top. Miracle bend. Exhaling, drawing a line on the ceiling to the very back corner of the ceiling and the wall where they meet. Keep the hip points over the feet in line with the knees and ankles. The miracle bend. Keep the biceps next to the ears if possible. This pose is said to turn depression into divinity, according to Kundalini Yoga. And that's a pretty big claim. And the claim is that you do it for 1 whole minute. So that's quite a while. So we're hanging out here just as long as we can. I try to take at least about 5 breaths here, 5 to 10. When you're ready to come out of it, just gently draw your arms down and maybe just do a little wiggling, a little monkey, a little orangutan movement. And then we'll draw the arms up to the side, feet under the hips, and we'll just do a little work in the legs, lifting the heels up. Inhale and drawing them down, exhale. A little strength in the feet and legs, lower legs. Inhale. You can always hold on to a chair for this one as well if it feels better. Okay, now we're going to do the flamingo. So you can drop your hands to your waist. Inhale, tap the toe gently out in front, point the foot. Exhale, draw the pointed foot up above the knee and just standing like a little flamingo. So inhale, tap in front. Exhale, draw the foot up above the knee. Continuing a few more times here. And we're going to now bring the foot to the side, arms out to the side, and we're just going to lift to the side 10 times. Lift, 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 lift. A few more, and then bring it to the back and lift up for the butte. Lift, lift, lift. Try to at least do 10 times when you do these, or more. And then draw that knee up in the front. You might need to use the wall or the chair for support, or the desk. Pull it in, knee to chest, hugging the knee into the chest for your intestines. And then let the foot drop down. And then we'll go ahead with the other side. Hands to the hips. Inhale, pointing. Exhale, draw it in. So you can do a little bit of a lift as you draw it in too for a little more work, right? Lift, draw in, lifted, drop down. Lift, draw in, lifted, drop down. So you're just doing a little more work. So find what works for you. The flamingo. Out to the side, pointing and lifting. Trying to keep those hip points stable and steady towards the front. And I'm holding the wall here. This feels right. So if you need a little help, don't be shy. Bringing it to the back. Lifting, lifting for the butte. Lift, lift. Ah, great. Bring yourself up to the front top of your mat. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Just like you're holding a little yoga block between your knees. Really have some effort down there, some contraction of those muscles. It's like you're trying to pull a little paper towel apart with your feet also, right? So there's a lot of work in the legs. The rib points are lifted, the hip points are stable, forward, directly over the ankles. Lift up. Exhale, forward fold, bend in half. Woo, good work. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop down, all the way down to a little squat. Nice deep breaths. Have your little roly-poly moment. Roll back onto your booty and onto your back. back, and then inhale. On your exhale, you're going to lift your feet and legs and lift your arms and look at your feet, just holding strong for a little bit more core work before we savasana. Exhale, drop. You want to do that one more time. Feel free. That was just one final hurrah. And now we savasana. So the goal here is to be still, be quiet, be safe and warm and dark. So tend to those factors if you can. Find comfort, find symmetry with your body. If any part of your body's cranky, give it a little lift, something under the knees or the head, or something over the eyes. And soften. Soften the breath. Soften the body. Allow yourself these moments to be still and do nothing. And watch yourself consciously relaxing the physical body, consciously allowing the thoughts to stop. And the only thought needed now is the breath. The simple observation, allowing of the breath. That it is soft, that it is long and slow, gentle. And if there is a place you can soften a little more, perhaps behind the heart, in the face, in the hands, just letting yourself go, surrendering to the weight of the floor holding you, and feeling as if your skin is draping over your body, over your skeleton. And if thoughts arise, gently going back to the breath, the observation of the inhale and the exhale, the observation of the body in surrender. Letting go. Continuing to let go. You'll spend a few more minutes here in this soft, quiet time with your body and mind, able to rest and be ready for the rest of the day. You want to go a little deeper, encourage you to bring yourself to the mind's eye, the screen of the mind. And as if that screen becomes a curtain that you can step through into a vast realm of weightless, timeless existence, of divine communion, divine mind, a chance for you to feel the oneness of all, the connection you have to the planet, to all those beings here and before you and after you. Stay here as long as you like. And when you do decide to come out, give yourself the opportunity to come out very slowly, softly realizing things from the outside in, the air surrounding your body, the extremities, perhaps a twist. And lift yourself up from the earth with the hands, the assistance of the arms, so the neck will stay soft. The light in me honors the light in you. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.